Okay, jadi okay, letak situ. My life. Andy, tolong buka live tengok. Dengar tak sound?
Akademi Global apa nama dia?
Okay, kita letak situ.
Akademi Global Broadcast. Whatever.
Depan tu kau mampu ni jadi MC tu. Tak tahu. Asal ni kau. Jadi lagi ni pula. Kau lah. Nak mic you see. Test mic. Test mic.
So this will be our expected result for experience.
Buka iPad kau. Buka. Buka SMS.
Pasang.
Nanti song ni. HDMI mana ni? PC. Alah, mesti dah simpan. Dah, tak ada. Slide.
Ni guna untuk
Ni kan. Dia kacau slide ini untuk slide tu. Berapa kali? Dia perlu lagi tak ada. Test.
Allah.
Dia berapa lagi? Ya, dalam masa Don't kasi mic tadi. Kita orang pasal tadi mic kecil yang tu. Right. Kau ikutkan dah okey dah. Tapi saya tak tahu semalam macam mana. Saya okey dah.
So pakai mic kecil tak pakai mic besar.
Pakai mic ni. Yang semalam kita try.
Oh ya, try.
Buat je lah. Pusing. Dia tutup dia kata dia. Ini dekat.
Nampak tak? Kau tak boleh gerakkan lagi. Tunggu dia gerak lagi dia punya.
Jangan gerak. Kau tak dengar. Kita main pusing-pusing ni je.
Okay.
Okey nak masuk mana ke dalam?
Saya bisa.
Gendahkan sikit. Dia nampak
Itu nak tutup je.
dia nampak banyak sikit zoom out zoom out lebih.
Sebelum tu tu
Sebelum.
Dia macam tu.
Tengok.
Ada lagi.
sedia present kan. Logo USB.
Lagi nombor nak sikit.
Kalau rumah sebelah boleh kan.
Nombor.
Tapi dah tak ada.
Boleh.
Lagi. Ah,
Macam logo ni dekat kan.
Saya tak save dulu. Bila pertama dulu kan. Nama siapa tu? Zain.
Mana ada je lah nanti kalau ada masa split kita kita nak.
Spurs lah. 10 dompet.
Siapa kena cakap Bagi masa-masa kita akan melega sementara
Mesti.
Sikit-sikit berganti susah.
Nak fokus dulu.
Bertatap yang terlalu dalam untuk ENRICHMENT. Okay. First, bagi ke
Kosong kat sini. Kecil.
Dia kontrol sendiri.
Apa?
sudah ada buat sendiri.
Tak, kalau dia nak buat sendiri, kamu just bagi dia seorang terus.
Sedap.
Innovation Seminar, Tigers 2024, shall begin shortly. Esteemed section panels, presenters and honorable audiences and guests, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I would like to extend the heartiest welcome to everyone to the Academy International Gifted Enrichment Research and Innovation Seminar, Tigers 2024. Before we start our session for today, I am Abang Shah Abbas bin Abang Mahmud as the moderator, and Muhammad Mikael bin Lizan will be our timekeeper. With great honor, I would also like to introduce our panel for this session. Professor Madya Dr. Muhammad Zailani bin Abu Bakar, Senior Lecturer from School of Chemical Engineering, USM. Now, let me explain the rules for today's presentation. Each team will be given a 30-minute duration that consists of 10 minutes of presentation and the remaining 3 minutes for question and answer session. We would like to encourage all presenters to introduce themselves before commencing to the presentation. Presenters will be notified 1 minute prior to the end of the allocated presentation time. All presenters must wrap up their presentations within 10 minutes of the predetermined time allocated. As a friendly reminder, all presenters have to stay in this room until the end of this session, and the Tigers Honors Award will be announced at the end of this session. Without further delay, with great pleasure, let's welcome the first presenter, ASP7, to start this session.
Okay, everyone. Before we start our presentation, I would like to ask you guys, what is this? Insects. Maybe some of you guys see it as some maybe just regular insects. That's it. But for this school student, it's a major threat. It's a major issue. It's something that will disrupt your daily life, no matter what are you doing. Either you are sleeping or studying. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a world where you can enjoy a peaceful night's sleep without being interrupted by these insects. For that, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Together, our team consists of Admin as our team leader, as well as our data analyst, Zaima as our experimental, Isma as our technical assistant, and me, Afzal, as your presenter today. And we are thrilled to introduce you to a new revolutionary product that will transform your environment into a peaceful night without being trapped by this insect. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce you to our PACE panel, a perfect blend of innovation and nature. We have been experiencing interrupting by insect, right? We have been experienced interacting by insect, right?
Yes.
The noise of insect has become a significant issue of this day. Not just causing the discomfort, but also causing bad impact to its environment. So we ask ourselves, how do we overcome the overpopulation of insects? Let's conduct research based on these three questions. The first question is, how effective are these kind of repelling analytics compared to other natural and synthetic insect repellents? Second one is, what specific components of this candle contribute most to repel insects? And lastly, how does the laboratory affect the effectiveness of the candle in repelling insects? Now, I will hand over to Adi.
Alright, so our main objective of this research is to provide a simple and effective solution that helps the insect problem and also improve the sleeping quality and improve the life quality of individuals, not depending of all ages. Alright, so next, we also want to make a candle that is able to have the best aromatherapy effect. And lastly, we want to find the suitable ingredients to make the best candle. Like, it came with a scientific explanation as to why we actually choose this candle, why we actually choose this ingredient.
Okay, let's go on to methodology. So we use two methodology. First is qualitative method and second is quantitative method. So firstly, we develop our base candle gathering data of the operation insect in school, highlighting the need for a solution. As of can see, this pie chart shows that the emotional students of the operation insect in the school. Next, we go to the qualitative analysis, which is the production of the candle. Okay, our team brainstormed different ideas and decided on a candle that not only repel insect but also improve being sleep. Okay, so let's go to the qualitative. Okay, first we pour the beeswax into a pitcher or metal container. Then we bring the metal container to a wall in a big pot of water. Third, reduce the heat to medium and stir occasionally under the wax mask and make sure that the water does not accidentally enter the wax container. Number 5, remove from heat once the beeswax has completely melted. To give the candle scent, we add lemongrass extract. Then we secure a wick with a little glue in a mason jar. Then pour the beeswax and lemongrass mixture into the jar. Leave an inch of space in the jar. Wrap the wicks and around a bamboo skewer or pencil. Then place it horizontally over the jar to keep the wick in the center as the wax hardens. And lastly, trim the wick to about half an inch and boom! That's how this candle is produced.
Alright, so after hearing that qualitative method, so that is how, ladies and gentlemen, how our police candle was born. So our product is actually full of uniqueness, which is a candle made from beeswax and lemongrass. It can repel various insects and it will reduce migraine, headaches, and will potentially treat your sleeping problems. This candle also offers many more benefits. So, before that, you guys must wonder, why do we just use regular ingredients in this candle? Why do we use beeswax? Why do we just use paraffin? Like, as you guys may know, many of the candles manufactured in this country actually are produced by paraffin. Alright, so actually the answer is quite simple. So we use beeswax as you guys may know that beeswax has a high melting point. What does this mean? This means that this candle will melt more slowly and thus making it more efficient and sustainable. Next, why do we use lemongrass? Alright, so again, simple answer. Lemongrass actually serves dual purpose, which is first to repel the insects and second acts as the aromatherapy components in this candle. And lastly, distinguished guests and folks, we believe that this candle is not just a normal candle. It's a step towards a more peaceful, comfortable, and about free life. I hope that this presentation gives you guys something. If you guys have any questions that you might want me to answer, feel free to ask. If you guys have any question, yes.
Hi, my name is and my question is, what factors influence the performance of the blast candle in preparing incense?
Alright, so as I have explained just now, this candle have aromatherapy and it can reduce insect. So like, maybe you guys have a question, why do we use lavender? Like, it's a popular scent in aromatherapy, but we use lemongrass instead. This is because lemongrass actually helps repel insect. It has the scent that will keep the insect away and could potentially kill the insect if it was exposed for too long. Does it answer your question? Any other questions?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Fatima Sarah from Academy Science Padang. My question is, what is your future plan on this product? Are you going to market it? Are you going to improvise the product?
Alright, so our future plans is not so big because there are many more candles out there. But if we were planning to make it big, I will make sure that this product will be marketed all across Malaysia with a low cost. Does that answer your question? Yes.
Yes, good morning. I think the research is very good because we use natural products, some of the material to repair and set. So my question is to improve that. As you aware that our team is more towards humanizing the technology. So what can you do, for example, in future to incorporate technology inside the product? Is there any idea to incorporate technology? For example, you can do AI system or something in the product, or you can do anything. You can do AI system to determine the composition of your product. Any suggestion from the group? What sort of AI or what sort of technology that you will do in the future for your product?
So, firstly, maybe I was thinking to use the AI or maybe everyone knows that you can set the timer on something. So maybe we can put a timer or set a timer to maybe blow out the candles when it was needed. That's the first one. And maybe the second one, you can use AI to measure how much these beeswax are needed to make this product and how much lemongrass extract are needed.
Okay, that's all for you guys' presentation. Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our second presenter for today. To continue the session, let's welcome untuk HP13.
Did you know that sleep deprivation and insomnia affects millions worldwide, leading to serious problems for individuals and society? Around 30 until 45% of people globally suffer from sleep issues.
Did you also knew that chronic lack of sleep is linked to heart disease, obesity, and diabetes, increasing health costs worldwide?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning, vivid to everyone in this hall. We are ASP13 and we will be presenting, or you could say, sharing our research that carries the title, The Ramifications of Insomnia on Educational Attainment, an analysis on students' grades. Before that, I'm Shahina.
I am Zahira, and I am Alia Farhana.
We chose this topic because we noticed the irregular sleep schedule of high school students. I think everyone in here already knows what insomnia means, but let me clarify it once again. Insomnia is a sleep disorder where the person experiences difficulty of falling or staying asleep. This problem has become quite common among students. This study investigates the impact of insomnia on academic grades and students' performance, particularly focusing on high school students. It is crucial for us to understand the relationship between these two to develop strategies for improving students' health and academic outcomes. I Our problem statement. The rising number of students experiencing insomnia is a big worry because it could harm their ability to think, learn, and do well in school. This research aims to study how insomnia affects students' grades and school achievements. The goal is to find helpful information that can lead to effective solutions.
Here are some research questions that we encountered. How common is insomnia in high school students? How does insomnia reflect on current cognitive performance in terms of attention, memory, and speed of processing? And how does insomnia affect the academic performance on students in terms of grade? Our research objective is to study the effect of insomnia on student grades to determine how quality of sleep will impact academic success based on age, gender, and study habits. Also, to suggest ideas for schools on how to improve. And also to suggest ideas for schools on how to improve academic performance and promote good sleep habits to improve students' academic performance. The method used in this research is qualitative. We will utilize the cross-sectional survey design to collect data through a comprehensive sleep survey assessing sleep quality. Next, we will give students a survey to report their academic performance and a test to measure their memory, attention, and also speed of processing. Lastly, this survey will be taken by 200 students aged from age 13 to 16. This method is easy to be. This method is easy to be. This method is easy for students to answer the survey and sign up delivery. Next slide.
So, we expected that many high school students would say that they have trouble or do not sleep well. This might be different depending on their age and gender. We also anticipated that poor sleep can make it more difficult for individuals to think and learn effectively. As a result, students who experience poor sleep may perform less successfully on tests and exams.
We believe that sleep is the best meditation, said by Dalai Lama.
Thank you for your attention. We welcome any questions.
Alright. First of all, I am Marius Bin from Design Center. Right. I believe that the main thing for Tigers 24 is that there is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. However, your research this is more like a sociological study, which is okay. But then it would be much more clearer if you could clarify the direct relationship between your study on insomnia and students' grade and performance, and also its relationship with STEM. Yeah, perhaps it's the scientific way that we could solve insomnia better, etc. That was for me. Thank you.
Can you repeat your question?
Alright. Your research is more focused on the sociological aspect of insomnia, that is how it affects students' grade and students' performance and exam. However, I would like it would be better for you to clarify how is your research directly related to STEM, especially in the Tigers, right? You need to be STEM. So how exactly would your sociological study directly relate to STEM in this case?
Okay, so to answer your question, like we stated that if you have poor sleep, you may perform less successfully on exams, and that could affect your STEM subjects. And because of your poor sleep, you may perform less in classes because you probably lose focus because you will only think about sleeping. Okay, so if you lose focus, basically you can't really understand anything, and when your exams come, you're gonna have bad results because you didn't focus very fast. Thank you. Any other questions?
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and everybody. My name is Muhammad Ahmad Hizam from Ciganet. My question is, what specific factors contribute to insomnia among high school students? Okay.
So, there are insomnia in high school students can be attributed to a few factors. Factors include academic stress, factors including academic stress, environmental factors such as loud noises and uncomfortable sleep environment. Eating habits such as consuming caffeine before sleep and screen time before bedtime. So these lifestyles can affect your post sleep quality and lead to insomnia. I hope this answers the
Okay, thank you very much for the book. So my comment is the background here. I know your research is in the earlier stage. So to answer the question by your distinguished gentlemen now, do you want to know is there any result, any correlation with that? Okay. So my understanding is here that your research is in the earlier stage. So that my question is that what sort of data that you will get from the student? Because you will do the qualitative in that survey, right? So can you give examples, some question in the survey that one or two questions in the survey that you think might be used for you to collect the data from the student?
So, for the questions that we might use in our survey, which is, how was your sleep during exams? Was it enough or was it not? Because during exams, students will stay up late at night to study.
Are you planning to get some real exam result from the of that particular person and correlate with the behavior of the student?
No, we want to ask their opinions on their own exams. Are they satisfied with their exam results or not?
Okay, good. So thank you very much.
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge shared. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our third presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome Smart Farm Innovations to deliver their speech.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Al-Bukhari International Universities. So you guys don't feel a pressure, consider sisters and brothers. So our research is about an IoT-based smart agriculture monitoring system. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Shazali binti Muhammad Rashid. And let me introduce my friends, Naufal Shauki, Nurfika Sofia, and also Ani Sofiana.
about okay. So it's a very simple slide, okay? Okay, for our presentation, we have a second part, which is the first one. We have introductions, and then in the introduction we have a project background, we have objective and also problem statements. Next, we have the literature review, we have the methodology, we have the result analysis, conclusion, and also contribution to social business, and also we provide a reference for our research. For introductions, we have the recent visit to the farm in Bali to review the challenges in the agriculture sector. So this is the many challenges regarding the humidity. So we have they cannot control the humidity. So we do this with the humidity, the soil moisture levels, manually in their fields, and we have to be lead to the inefficiencies and reduce the crop yields. And also we make an IoT-based smart agriculture monitoring system has been proposed. Next, we have the system integrated sensors with the data analysis and remote communications to provide the real-time insight. Our objective for our research is we're going to develop an IoT device capable of collecting real-time data on humidity, temperature, and also soil moisture levels. And we also will provide the farmers with immediate and accurate information, facilitating data-driven decision for enhance their crop health and also growth. And for the third objective, we will conduct comprehensive data analysis from the sensors to update the farmers on current field conditions, facilitating informed and optimized crop management decisions. And I will pass to my friends.
Now, we will go for our problem statement that traditional agricultural practice, labor intensity, inefficient and vulnerable to environmental challenges. And the second one is farmer lack real-time data on critical environmental variables like temperature, humidity, and soil storage that leading to optimal decision-making in irrigation and crop management. Wildlife inclusion poses an efficient threat to crop yield. For the fourth one is representation the transformation solution leveraging IoT technology, and the last one is the solution should provide the farmer with accurate real-time data for future decision making and crop protection. So for reference paper, we have three types of different papers: that conference paper, general paper, and thesis or report paper. For conference paper, we have 27 paper. General paper, we have 6 paper, and thesis or report paper, we have 1. The total paper that we consult is 47 paper, and total that we choose only 34 papers. Yes. So that's the component and software that we use for our project. For the component, we have 8 components. First one is ESP8266, LCD 596, 5-watt relay, DHT11, water pump, battery, sound motorized sensor, and the last one is the For the software, we use Berlin Airport. So I will ask my friend to continue.
So rather than we just starting off with the methodology, we opted for a different option for our methodology. First of all, we started with a hands-on approach where we have already created a prototype for our project actually, but today we didn't forget to bring it here because due to the time constraints standard upon us. So the product we have developed is as follows here. First of all, you can see that we have the soil moisture sensor over here. It's connected to the ESP8266, where it is also connected to our HG, which is a soil and temperature sensor. Where the 5-volt relay module will send the electric to taken from the battery to the water pump, and then everything will be displayed in on our display sensor. So this is the physical equipment that we have used for our project. And after we implement it, we also use a software, which is a new software, and this is the next slide. For the next software, you can see here it will be displayed as follows within our phones, within our laptops, computers, and so on. So here it is displayed some data that we can see here. First one here, the green one, you can see that it is displaying the temperature of our surroundings. The blue one is this explaining the humidity of our surroundings. The orange one explains the soil moisture where we have placed our sensor in. And then you can see here the water pump button. We can automatically or manually turn the water pump off. For example, you put your plants over there as well in the fields. From here, you can turn it on automatically, no problem. And then we have also put it into several different environments like this. So here you can see that this is what happened when you put the system into a low temperature. So as you can see, the green button is becoming lower than the rest. The next one, next slide. What if we put it in the average temperature, the temperature that all plants can usually survive in? Let's see, we have three different things. We have the temperature, humidity, and soil moisture, all a very average value. Next one. The last one on this, we have put the system into a high temperature. We can see that everything is very humid. When very hot, the situation is very humid, the moisture can be dried up, and the temperature of our surrounding are very, very high. Next. Okay, before we move on to the worksheet, this is basically the explanation of what the system has been created and previously stated. We actually have created a prototype, but we didn't able to bring it along. If not, we can do a short presentation and explanation on how the IoT system is basically implemented. So then I will move on to the next presenter.
Okay, for multiple is our presentation. This project is addressed challenges and under multiple monitoring through its IoT technology. When it's giving real-time data from the environmental condition to the farmer. So the farmer can analyze the data, then to implement the data to take a decision for the plan, and then they can also manage the resources of the data that providers. And based on our principle of course university, we have to implement social. We have to implement a social business project. The first one is with the all sensor that we have. Based on all sensor that we have already implement, like temperature and soil and humidity sensor, it will reduce the water usage because the efficiency can improve the efficiency on the water because the farmer gets the data and the farmer can know wherever the plant needs the water or not, so it can reduce the water resources. And second, the objective is to with the implementing of the water controlling, it also responsible resource management because a lot of these places in the world don't have clean water. So with this project, you can reuse water, so you can reuse it in other ways. And for implementing, and the last one is to manage to make this project as affordable as possible, so all farmers can implement this project at their field. I think that's it from our group. And next is the reference. And thank you so much. Is there any question?
Thank you very much for the group. As a panel here at the back, yeah. I think the topic is very interesting. I think because you try to develop sort of a system to predict. So my question is that, of course, how do you train the system? Okay, how do you train the system? Because it's not simply that you put the sensor and you it, because the environment is different. Yeah? You can sense in Bali, but if you sense in the other product, it could be different. Okay? My first question is, how do you train the system? Right?
So the system that we have already implemented doesn't necessarily have an AI model or a machine deep learning model. There's a very simple integrated into the system where the sensors actually we are using several comprehensive sensors. We actually are using two. The first one being the soil moisture. The second one being the temperature and the humidity sensor. So this sensor doesn't actually need any training from the AI model because this is very direct. this sensor is actually very direct to the system.
So you buy the system, the sensor from commercial sensor.
We buy the system, the sensors very commercially. So upon the using of the IoT by itself, it is automatically integrated, meaning that there is no very specific training needed for the model because it is directly taken from the environment surrounding. Meaning if you put the ground into a very dry, it will sense the moisture of the ground to be very low. We will put it on beach, we will put it as a very high. It's just that it doesn't have any model AI training yet.
So your main contribution or novelty is more to sense and you monitor it. You transfer the data and so you build the system to monitor it.
Yes, we build the system to mainly monitor it at the current progress, but the farmers can monitor it from everywhere. As long as our devices are connected to the internet and the system is also connected to the internet, the farmers can monitor the plant's condition from a very far place, no problem.
So have you tested your system?
Yes, we have already tested our system that I've said during our presentation.
What is the feedback from the farmers?
The farmers, because the system are still in the very early stages of their production, the farmers have shown great interest to the system and they saw a lot of potential, future potential that can be added within this, because this is a very early stage. It's actually just a very small, just tested on one plant and so on. We are planning on further developing it to probably a more commercialized version. But as of now, our current stage, as it's still in a very infancy stage, the farmers, not only the farmers, but also actually from our university, we have invited some other people from the industry people. For example, we have Altel coming a few months ago, and all of them showed great interest and great potential to the project. They said that this project can be great as it will be automated because to the setting of the program itself, it can be implemented on a very large scale. So now we believe that our project that is currently in its infancy stage, we believe that it can monitor it very nicely and very simply. Because we want to target that everybody can use the system. Don't need any high literacy in technology to be able to use it. Let's pick a simple farmer from Bali and they can probably use it every day.
Okay, my last question is really interesting, so I asked a couple of questions. So my last question, because people in Bali is top 1 billion people.
Yes.
My last question is how much did your system cost? Is it very inexpensive? How many less expensive?
Okay, during the buying the components used on the system, since we are buying it one by one, the cost is actually not really affordable at the current stage. However, we believe that even during the full implementation of it, so let me explain first how much it is. So the total components used, we haven't really showed it by now. So the total components used for buying the system costed around 45 to 50 million, if we take. However, that is the price that we take in for buying it simply one by one component. If we say that we can buy it at a bulk value, we want to build a system that is very, very big. We believe that we can cut the cost of the production by a lot. And of course, the production itself will be determined more on the size of the production. For example, if we put it on a garden, it is very small, so it may be a cost a bit expensive. But if we put it full-on industrial organization, then we believe that we can cut the production by 40-50%. As long as we are able to implement and buy the components used a lot, bulk by thing, what I mean. Alright, that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you for the presenters for the knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our fourth presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome ASP 30.
and a very good morning to all of the members of the hall. Today, we will be presenting to you our research topic entitled Addressing Clean Water Scarcity in Overpopulated Regions, Evaluating the Impact of Overpopulation and Innovative Non-Aqueous Water Creation Technologies. Before we begin, let's get to know our team members. Our team consists of 5 people, which is me, Muhammad Ahmad bin Abizal Bibi,
Me, Wan Muhammad Anam bin Abdullah.
Me, Muhammad Aidin bin Ahmad Syahizal.
Me, Ahmad Aliman, and also Wafi. Sorry, Wafi is not present today.
So here is our agenda. Today we are addressing one of the most pressing issue, which is water scarcity, especially in overpopulated region. Water scarcity is a global issue amplified by population growth, climate change, and environmental damage. Traditional water resources is increasingly insufficient, prompting us to offer alternative solution, which is non-aqueous method.
Okay, so what is our problem statement? Our problem statement is how can we overcome clean water scarcity? Like what Amma said, clean water scarcity is a big global issue, which there are 3 contributing factors, which are overpopulation, climate change, and environmental degradation. So this problem sheds light to the need for innovation as its solution. So, our research has 3 main objectives. The first one is to evaluate the efficiency of various non-aqueous water synthesis methods. We do this by comparing key performance indicators, which are water yield, purity levels, as well as energy consumption. Next, we want to assess the scalability, the cost effectiveness, and the large-scale development in overpopulated regions. Lastly, we want to analyze the environmental impact of the implementation of these methods. We consider factors such as resource utilization, carbon footprint, as well as long-term sustainability. So, our hypothesis is that by implementing these innovative non-aqueous water creation technologies, we can alleviate the pressure on traditional water resources. And by doing this, we would improve the water availability and reduce the adverse effects of overpopulation on clean water access. So, our methodology adopts a multi-faceted approach, and our method includes 3 steps. The first one is an experimental setup, where we test and experiment with different non-aqueous water synthesis technology to gather empirical data. Next, we simulate the model to see how it performs under various conditions. And lastly, and not only that, we also analyze pilot projects and existing case studies to see how these technologies have been implemented to evaluate their practicality and efficiency, as well as their scalability. So, throughout our research, we are aspired to provide a comprehensive analysis on various non-aqueous water synthesis technology. Our focus will be in water yield, purity, energy efficiency, and overall scalability in the real world scenarios. In conclusion, non-aqueous water synthesis technology hold a very vital role for addressing the global water security, especially in the overpopulated region. However, our research is needed to be improved. Its scalability and integration in current water management system. We recommended future investigation into renewable energy and improvement in our current research. This finding could significantly influence water management policies in region facing acute water security. So now we open the floor to ask questions.
Can you explain the different non-aqueous water synthesis techniques that you explore?
Okay, so we explored three main techniques. First is atmospheric water generation, in which we collect water from the air by condensing the moisture. This method works best in humid conditions, but it decreases in efficiency if used in dry regions. Second is chemical synthesis. This method produce water from chemically combining hydrogen and oxygen. And even though it is chemically combined, it does actually require a lot of energy. And thirdly is advanced filtration method, in which we filter unconventional water such as wastewater or salt water using advanced filtration to produce clean water. And thus, using advanced filtration, we can reuse it for many times more. Is that answer your question? Okay, thank you. Next question.
My question is, what are the main factors contributing to water scarcity on a global scale?
Thanks for the question. So, we need to know what is water scarcity. Water scarcity is defined as lack of sufficient water or not having access to clean water. So, water is distributed to some of the areas in the world. So, this scarcity expand as water is needed to grow, produce food, create energy, and serve industry for additional population growth. So, back to the question. Water scarcity is driven by a combination of factors that are closely connected. The first factor is rapid population growth. This rapid population growth increase the demand of water on domestic, agriculture, and industrial use. Second one is climate change. So climate change make this situation even worse because by altering the rainfall pattern, leading to more frequent droughts and melting glaciers that are the main or the important water sources. So the third one is environmental damage such as deforestation, pollution, and overuse of freshwater sources. So this environmental damage will reduce the quality and the availability of water. So all these things can make water scarcity even more severe. Is that answer your question? Any other question?
Okay, thank you very much. Come to my comment and suggestion. So I think the scope of the code is good. The scope is good and you follow the methodology, which is you have some data, experimental data, and suggestion. But my
mentioned that we will be using very high-end equipment. So as you know, high-end equipment is very costly. So are you going to focus your project in the pilot scale first, I mean small scale first, or are you going to go direct to larger scale? Okay. My suggestion is that's a question you can answer later on. Whether pilot scale or the larger scale. Larger scale is like Tawadu or something. The second question is that my suggestion to you that you can develop this sort of model or brick or any instrumental setup. You can go to the rural area, for example, Orang Asli or any rural area that has no water supply, and you can help them instead of to get a clean water. That's my suggestion. So your topic, your area is good. Just application-wise, to me, honestly, to me, don't focus to the larger scale like without water or to clean the river water. Just to clean the water at rural area. You can go to kampung orang asli, for example. So you use your model and then you have that to get clean water. Okay. So are you going to do small scale or larger scale? My question.
Thank you for the question. We as a team already decided that we are going to start on a small scale, and maybe in the future, maybe like very long time, then we might have the chance to develop into a larger scale. But right now, we will develop our project on the pilot scale.
Okay, so as you might know, high-end technologies requires a lot of cost. Even though the initial cost is high, we believe that in the future, the benefit that we acquire will exceed the cost. So, governments could lend some assistance or financial support to encourage the use of technologies by making them more affordable. Okay, that's all. Any more questions? If there's not any more, thank you very much for your attention, and that's all from ASP2T. Thank you.
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome ASP31 to deliver their speech.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning to everyone. So, imagine you are an astronaut going to space, doing astronaut's work, collecting lunar materials, and maybe recreate that iconic scene where you take a flag and put it on the moon's surface. If you look up, you may see some metals or chunks, maybe broken parts, like flying around space. So we call that as space debris. My question to you all is, what are the causes of these space debris? You guys have any idea? Okay, so the causes of these space debris we will delve later as we go on to our research topic, which is space jump, the unseen danger of our cosmic future.
So, before we jump into the presentation, allow me to introduce our team members. Firstly, we have Akif Safran, the team leader, Adi Akif, the technical, Fakrul Adib, and me, Ko-Aiman, the handyman.
Okay, going to our first agenda, problem statement. As humanity increasingly depends on space for communication, navigation, and exploration, space debris like our satellites and rocket cars poses a growing threat to Earth current and future space activities. This debris not only endangers active spacecraft and satellites but also puts astronauts at risk. The lack of proper tracking and mitigation increases the chances of catastrophic collisions, which could trigger a chain reaction known as the Kessler syndrome, potentially making some orbits unstable. So, for some previous explanation for Kessler syndrome, is a chain reaction refers to a scenario in which the density of space debris in low orbit becomes so high that collisions with objects generate more debris and could trigger another chain reaction and so on. So, even a single high-speed collisions between debris occurs, it could create thousands of new fragments, each capable of causing further damage. This cascading effect could severely limit our ability to use certain objects, particularly vital services like GPS, weather monitoring, and global communications.
Okay, so these are the research questions that we had to go through while making this research. So the first question is, what are the predominant types of space debris in Earth's orbit, and how do their sizes, compositions, and origins vary across different orbital regions? Second question, what are the specific collision risks that space debris presents to operational satellites, crewed missions, and the International Space Station, or the ISS? And how can these risks be quantitatively assessed? And the final question is, what innovative technologies and methods for space debris mitigation and removal have been proposed, and how effective are they?
For the objective is we distribute our research questions. So we have three primary objectives here. Number one, to categorize and quantify the various types of space debris already in Earth's orbit, including their sizes, compositions, and origins. Number two, to evaluate the potential collision risk posed by space debris to operational satellites, crewed missions, and the International Space Station. And for number three, to explore innovative technologies and methods for debris mitigation and removal, assessing their feasibility, effectiveness, and potential implementation challenges.
So, for our methodology, we follow the steps from 1 to 8 in order. Starting from literature review, where we cite papers taken from academia related to space debris. And number 2, data collection, which mostly we use online searches on websites such as NASA or European Space Agency or ESA for short. Case studies. We study cases of collisions between space debris and man-made objects, such as the case study that is documented by European Space Agency happening in South Africa, 27th April in the year 2000. Modeling and simulation. We use 3D models and AI to simulate the we use 3D models and AI to simulate what will happen if there is too much space debris, if space debris are moving at high speeds, and so on. Currently, our research is in this phase. Moving on, we have the policy analysis, where we analyze policies regarding space debris, especially the one that is especially the one that is newly released from ESA. Moving on, we have the public awareness survey, where we plan to survey our target, that is ASP students, to ask whether they are aware or not regarding the issue of space debris. And then we will compile all of our findings before reporting it.
Moving on, we have some expected results here that could be used for our research later. For the first one, how much space junk is produced monthly? It's about around 1,000 to 1,100 pieces of debris. It may seem like a big number, but the percentage of space junk produced constantly going up in the high numbers. So it's a big deal to consider. And how much is space junk extracted so far? It's around about 335,000 objects have been tried. This could be useful for further investigation and more advanced tracking of the space junk.
Alright, let's go over to the discussion. Firstly, let's talk about the mitigation strategies. Technologies like nets, harpoons, and lasers are being developed to capture and remove space junk. These methods aim to deorbit the debris or direct it towards the Earth's atmosphere, in which they will burn up. Next, another crucial strategy involves designing the satellites to safely deorbit once they've completed their mission. For instance, incorporating propulsion systems for neutral reentry can ensure defunct satellites don't become hazardous debris. Next, let's focus on the role of technology innovations in monitoring and managing space debris. Improved radar systems and optical sensors on satellites allow for better monitoring of debris trajectories, helping predict potential collisions and avoid accidents. As space becomes more congested, developing robust space traffic management frameworks is vital. Sharing data on debris trajectories among nations and private entities can reduce collision risk and ensure safe operations. Now, let's look at the economic implications of space debris. If space debris is left unchecked, the financial impact could be massive. The potential damage to satellites, increased insurance premiums, and the cost of more resilient technologies will all escalate. Satellites that are crucial for communications, weather forecasting, and national security could be at risk. On the flip side, investing in debris removal technology can bring long-term economic benefits. We are already seeing private sector initiatives making strides in this area. Highlighting these success stories can attract more investment and foster innovation in debris removal, helping to secure future of space exploration. And lastly, let's address the ethical considerations surrounding space debris management. Responsibility of spacefaring nations as more countries engage in space exploration. The question of who is responsible for managing space debris becomes critical. It's not just a technical or financial issue, it's an ethical one. Space is a shared resource, and ensuring that all nations, whether large or small, take responsibility for the debris they create is essential. Equitable sharing of resources and accountability in debris management should be at the forefront of international discussions.
At the end of the day, space debris is an ever-growing threat, and we should give more attention to it. By acting now, we can protect space for future generations and ensure the continued success of human activities beyond Earth. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Any questions? Please continue.
Alright, again I'm Abdul from Science Center. Before that, right, so the solution that we have proposed so far is more towards symptomatic treatment management, better tracking of space jump, etc., etc. But what is the positive or causative treatment for space jump stuff? Because the only solution that we proposing so far is the symptomatic treatment that only treats the problem of space jump when it already exists. I do not see that you have treated space jump from root cause stuff that is over exploration of space. Thank you.
I'm sorry, but your question was a bit unclear for me. Can you please repeat it again?
Right, basically your solution really is more towards when space jump is released. When space jump is released, only then do we need better space traffic management, only then do we need better tracking of space jump. But then, how do we prevent like an executive number of space jump stuff from being released into space stuff? Because your solution only works when space jump stuff has been actively released into space. But then how do we prevent space jump stuff is not released into space in the first place?
Okay, so to answer your question, we really cannot propose a very solid solution where we have to prevent the production of space jump, because we only propose the solution of how to get order. Because for more than individuals, engineers, we cannot just legally stop them to send some spacecraft or rockets to space, because then we will get some controversies and maybe now have come up with another problem, and then we don't want to involve in that. So our solution that we only propose here is that we want to reduce as much space jump as possible in the way that it could be that when space jump produced is less than how much we can clean up and recycle all the space jump in our space. Does that answer your question?
Okay, comment from me as the panel. I think your intention is good, but the scope is very big. The scope is very big, and you already think about to do it in 20 years, for example, because as one of the participants asked to this is not yet occurred. So the thinking, how the problem is how to achieve it. How to achieve it. Currently, I know you are in the current earlier stage to do it. So my question: are you going to conduct experiment or are you going to simulate it? Because you know it's very difficult to conduct experiment with the space jump everything. So, but if you do modeling or simulation, you can at least you can get the phenomenon what is the impact of a space jump everything. So now, which one that you think better, experiments or modeling? So when it comes to the testing, for example, you need to mimic the space jump incident. So is it really difficult? So that once you have to think first before you do the research. Okay. So which one that you think? Is modeling better or the?
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome AASP2 to deliver their speech.
I'm starting in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that nearly 35% of the world wetlands has been lost due to the water pollution? Not only that, hold on, Fatih. Do you know that 80% of the world's waste is discharged into in the water, reduces species diversity by 30 to 60%. Ladies and gentlemen, is this the world of wildlife and wetland that we want? Therefore, we propose to you our solution, which is solar-powered water filtration system, enhancing wetland ecosystems and supporting wildlife health. Before that, in the name of Allah, the most gracious and merciful, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day I bid to the honorable panel of educators, wise timekeepers, and all the amazing audiences from this majestic hall. Our team, Alam Andani from Academy Science Pendang, consists of myself, Fatimah Sarah, designer, and Maria Patricia, our graphic designer. So, Camilla, what Alam Andani stands for?
So, Alam in Arabic and Malay refers to the world or universe, encompassing everything that exists within the physical and metaphysical realms.
How about Andani?
Andani refers to a flower. Like many words associated with nature, it carries deep poetic and symbolic significance.
Wow.
In traditional Malay culture, flowers often represent beauty, purity, and the fleeting nature of life.
What a beautiful name, right?
So, Fatih, why solar-powered water filtration system?
Ladies and gentlemen, water filtration system can effectively remove pollutants like heavy metals and also industrial chemicals. Not only that, it can also increase wildlife health. This clean water supports the health and survival of wildlife. This reduces the risk of it restores and preserves the wetland habitat, which is for the maintaining of the biodiversity. So, Camilla, how does our water filtration system really look like?
Based on our research, we have found an existing solution, as you can see here. This model uses non-renewable energy, that is diesel. It has higher environmental impact due to diesel emission, and it relies on a single filtration cycle and basic separation methods, making it less efficient at filtering pollutants and contaminants.
However, in our model, we use renewable energy, which is solar. This lowers the environmental impact due to the use of solar energy, and also we utilize 3 stages of filtration and promoting more to our water purification process and also ensuring cleaner water output. So, Camilla, what is the modification of our product?
For the first modification that we added is that we add a first layer of filter that uses hydrocyclonic converse filtration system. For the second modification, we added natural water filter made up of sand, buttercup of balls, and granules. The third one, we added another layer as a second layer of filter that uses hydrocyclonic converse filtration system to make sure that the water is completely filtered. And lastly, we added a solar panel as an energy supplier for the machine that converts solar energy into electrical energy. So, how does our model actually work?
Ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering what is the mechanism of our water filtration process, right? So firstly, all the energy in the machine is supplied by the solar energy will be converted into the electricity. And then water with garbage will flow right into the machine, and then the garbage will be separated by the garbage separator, and the plastic or the garbage will be turned into the microplastic by the crusher. And then the first level of the filtration occurs when water with no garbage flows through the first layer of hydrocyclonic converse filter. And then the second one is when the water will be filtered again using the natural water filter and made up of sand, biochar, earthball, and granules. This is where the second filtration took place. And this water will flow with the help of the fan And the third layer of the filtration is when the water will flow through the second layer of hydrocyclonic Combs filter. And now what will happen, Camilla?
All of this will result in clean water. So, Fatih, what is our method in making this happen?
Our methodology consists of 4 main aspects. The first one, literature review. We study the pollutants in the wetlands and reviewing the existing filtration method. As you see in the existing solution, we have evaluated from 8 to 10 papers and we found that is one of the most efficient solar powered filtration system. And then we also evaluate how solar energy can increase the feasibility. Secondly, site selection. We will define the criteria, the pollution level, the accessibility, and also the solar potential of the site that we want to integrate this product, and also choose wetland site to access the water, and determine each site's capability.
Third, designing the filtration system. We will develop a prototype with multi-stage filtration and improvise the current filtration system. We also will incorporate solar panels for sustainability. And lastly, analysis on existing results. We analyze data on pollutant removal and water quality improvement. We adjust the design based on performance to enhance effectiveness. And lastly, evaluate changes in the ecosystems. So, Fatih, how do we know that this thing actually works?
Ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering how do we actually calculate the efficiency of this product. According to a book by John Pitanden, Water Treatment Design and Principle, he gave us several formulas. The first one is about pollutant removal efficiency. Concentration of pollutant removed over the initial concentration of pollutant times 100. The second formula is wildlife health efficiency. Species health post-filter after filtration over the species health before the filtration times 100. And the third formula is energy efficiency. Useful energy output over total energy output times 100. And if we add all these 3 data, we will get, and divide it by 3, and we will get the overall efficiency of this product. But however, this is just the most simple formula for this project. And now let us show you some of the experimental results.
As you can see here, for the existing model, it has efficiency of 30% for wetland health, 65% of energy efficiency, and 60% of pollutant removal. All of this have an overall efficiency of 51.67%.
However, in our model, the wildlife health increased by 50%, resulting 45%, and on the poultry removal, it increased by 20%, resulting at 80%, and the energy efficiency become 90%. The overall efficiency of this product becomes 71.67%, which is 20% higher than the product that exists in our current world right now. So, what are the impacts of this?
The impact of our water filtration model is that we'll have an improved water quality because the system reduces pollutants, providing clean water that supports healthier habitats for wetland animals.
Not only that, it can also protect the biodiversity. This is the most important part, right? Protecting sensitive species and fostering a diverse ecosystem in the habitat. And lastly,
sustainable ecosystem maintenance, because our model uses renewable solar energy that will minimize environmental disruption, supporting long-term ecosystem health and resilience.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, we believe that this water filtration system can promote another sustainable solution to enhance the quality of the wetlands and not only benefiting the environment and also benefiting the habitat itself. By reducing these pollutants, this system will support healthy habitats and protect sensitive species from the endangered.
With minimal disruption to wetland ecosystems, solar-powered filtration promotes resilience and ensures cleaner water without harmful chemicals. This eco-friendly approach has preserved essential ecosystem services, supporting the long-term health of wetlands and their animal inhabitants.
I think that is all from Alam Anani. Thank you for listening. So, is there any question on the floor?
So is there any question from the participant? If there's no question, I'll ask some question. Okay, firstly, I'm very happy with the presentation
And my question is that before you come up with the value of 71.5%, right, it's down, your efficiency is about 71. How do you get that data?
We use
Yeah.
we use experimental result, which is we use AI to calculate the overall percentage of this data before. Like on the existing model, it already shows how we calculate the overall pollutants and etc. And we put in the value in the AI to give us a certain results for this model. And then when we calculate the whole overall efficiency, we get that.
So your system is it going to be much cheaper from the commercial system or expensive, more expensive?
For us, we believe in investment. That's why we want to integrate this element or this filtration system in the most critical area of the wetlands. So we believe that it is a form of investment because it also can be last for a long time and be used later on in life. So we believe that in order to preserve our habitat, this is a sacrifice that we must make. Even though it's very costly, but we believe that in order to preserve these critical wetlands that are endangered enough, we believe it's one of the most crucial steps we must make.
Okay, I think that's all from me.
Is there any questions from the audience? So I think that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our last presenter for today to continue the session. Let's welcome ASP 27 to deliver their speech.
I think we are the last group, right?
Yeah, I think so. So I think let's do our best.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. We are Group ASP 27 will present about the study of teaching lab video based in AR education in mathematics. So, my name is Rasha Anisha and I will be presenting alongside Ami Akila and our third group is Shasha Adana. Previous table will not be presented.
Over the next few minutes, we will take you through the problem we are addressing, our research question, methodology, and what we are expecting to find.
So let's start with our problem statement. The rapid development of educational technology has given rise to new methods of teaching, but their effectiveness in mathematics, particularly for students with different skill level, hasn't been truly explored.
We aim to investigate how to use phrase method, which is teacher-led instruction, substantive guided to and hands-on use augmented reality, for students with different level of math proficiency, while method offer unique advantages to one to assess the impact on students' engagement, motivation, and retention in mathematics content. Mathematics concept.
Our research aims to answer 3 key questions. So for the first one, how effective are different 3 methods of learning mathematics of students with varying levels of mathematics proficiency? So the second, how do these methods impact student engagement, motivation, and long-term memory? So for the last one, what are the most effective ways to integrate sophisticated technology into STEM education?
By addressing this question, we hope to identify which method not only helps students grasp mathematical concepts more effectively, but also keep them motivated and engaged in their learning.
So our research has 3 main objectives. So for the first one, to compare the effectiveness of traditional classroom teaching, self-study value to enhance on learning with AR in mathematics education. So second, to analyze the impact of each learning method on student engagement, motivation, and retention of mathematical concepts. For the last one, to provide insight for educators, policymakers, and content creators on integrating technology into STEM education.
With this objective, we hope to make a meaningful contribution to the ongoing conversation about technology in education, particularly in how it can influence STEM subject.
Now let's move on to the methodology. So our study involved 45 students, all aged 50, and these students are divided into 3 groups based on their math score, which is low, medium, and high. So each group made up 15 students.
This student will be selected by their teachers based on their performance in maths, ensuring a range of abilities are represented.
So we designed 3 learning environments. For the first one, teacher-led, student in a traditional classroom. Second, YouTube-based, student in a special room for video lesson. And AR enhanced, student in a special room using augmented reality.
The student will take a total of 5 months to complete their learning. During this period, all students from the 3 different schools are focusing on the same subtopic in mathematics. After the 5 months study period, the student will take an exam to assess their understanding and retention of the materials. Throughout the process, we are also monitoring their level of engagement and motivation to better understand the impact of each study method.
Now let's look at our expected result. As you can see, we have estimated the mark for the selected student for each category before and after they take these 3 different methods. So as mentioned, we can see that their score will probably increase by at least 20%.
We can observe that YouTube-based learning method appears to be more effective in improving student score. This result indicates that while self-studies through YouTube may lead to better exam performance both in the instruction and AR-based learning experience. And AR-based learning offers significant value in fostering student engagement and motivation.
Our discussion will focus on interpreting this result. So one key point will be comparing the effectiveness of each method. So we will look at how self-study via YouTube based. For example, might work better for some students, but struggle to keep others engaged.
We will also discuss the strength and limitation of each VR for the computer. For instance, offering interactive and immersive learning experience by exponential. For improving exam score may not be as high as more traditional or video-based method.
To conclude, our research will aim to identify the most effective method for teaching mathematics, especially for students with diverse learning needs. We expect that different methods will offer distinct benefit, engagement, motivation, and retention, all playing a critical role in learning outcome.
We hope to improve valuable insight into how advanced technologies like AR can be integrated into STEM education. Our conclusion will help guide educators and policymakers in being informed decision and incorporating innovative teaching method in the curriculum.
So, ultimately, our goal is to shape future educational strategy by showing the benefit of combining both traditional and innovative approach to teaching mathematics.
Thank you for your attention. We welcome and ask any questions.
Once again, I believe I should train for it. I already been from the country now. But my question is quite simple. It's related to the factor of instant gratification. We humans are often excited when we do new things. When we go to classroom and then, hey, we are going to do GeoGebra today. We are going to learn mathematics in a new way, right? Then of course, students will get excited, and in the short term, they might get some increased attention to learn mathematics more, and in the short term also, they might get some, marginal increase in their mathematics marks. But then, how do you ensure that instant gratification doesn't come to play here? That is, when students get excited because they now get to learn mathematics using new technologies, VR, GeoGebra, whatever, and then they will continue to be excited, they will continue to be motivated using those technologies even after 2 to 3 years, even in long term.
Okay, maybe we can observe from them, let's make a vote or what they want to, what category they want to get, either teacher, self-study or based on VR. So if they choose
Okay. My comment from the last group. I know your research is in the earlier stage, or might be that the time is not really sufficient for the whole group. But I think so far, what you can do is I can see that from your topic that you can answer the recent question, okay, and also you have a bit of data just now. I think this is good. If you
and your scope also not too wide. So you need to, your scope is not too wide and you can achieve. That's the most important thing. So there's no point that we conduct a research or present that very wider scope and you cannot achieve it. Okay? And the other thing is that the conclusion of session 1, I think the topic that this morning was good. Okay? And some are, to me personally, I think achievable, and some require more time to achieve the result. Okay? For example, if the scope is very big, then it's quite possible to achieve the result. Okay? And I think at your level, you should focus that smaller scope first and do it, and then later on you can embark to the larger scope. Okay? And overall, I think the presentation today is a mix. Okay? You have a very good presenters and also average. And I think this one needs to be improved in future. Okay? So, but overall, I think I'm very happy with this. Since this is the first time, okay? This is the first time, and later on, perhaps next year we'll do another conference, and then you can do CQI and then enhance whatever it is. Okay? So that's all from me. So welcome to
Thank you for the presenters for their knowledge sharing. While we wait for the party to arrive, I would like to invite our panel, Professor Manja, Dr. Zaini bin Abu Bakar, to give extensive feedback regarding to all our presentations for this session. Please welcome.
So thank you very much. I will say something just now. Okay? The most important part is that from this session I can see the presentation is good. Okay? Although this is the first time, I know this is the first time and you have time limit and time constraint to do it. But overall the presentation is very good. Selected project also very good. But in future you need to focus, as I mentioned just now, make sure that the scope is achievable and make sure that your research question or your objective is answerable. So no point break down 3 objectives and break down 3 research questions. At the end of the presentation, you cannot answer back the research objective and the research question. But overall for today, I can see already had a very good presentation with the research question objective, and we have a mixed, as I mentioned just now, mixed presentation mode, and some of the group need to improve the presentation, and some I think 1 or 2 groups present a very good presentation. So overall, well done. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Manja, Dr. Muhammad Zaini bin Abu Bakar, for the extensive feedback. May your all knowledge and comments stay productive. With that, I would like to invite ASP Head of Department, Madam Siti Shazana, the to give away the Tigers Honors Award to participants. Our Head of Department, Puan Syafiqah Arifah binti Adnan, to give away the Tigers Honors Award to participants. The Tigers Honors Award goes to ASP 7 from Academy Science Benda. welcome ASP 13 from Academy Science Builder. Next, let's welcome Team Smart from Innovation from UIE. Oh, I apologize, AIU. Next, let's welcome ASP 30 from Academy Science Builder. Next, let's welcome Team ASP 31 from Academy Science Builder. Moving on, let's welcome ASP 2 from Academy Science Builder. Lastly, let's welcome Team ASP 27 from Academy Science Builder. Thank you, Head of Department, buat Syabika Arifah Anda to be with us. Now, before we end the session, let's invite our Senior Assistant of Administration, Dr. Muhammad Ghazali Bintai, to give away a heartfelt token of appreciation to our keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Nagin Budianto from Universitas Islam Negeri Paulan Balam, Indonesia.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. To you with the token of appreciation. Before we enter this session, let's have a group photo. Panel participants and teachers are welcome to come to the front. I would like to invite the distinguished
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We start. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes.
Our greatest appreciation goes all respected section parents, presenters, audiences and guests for their participation and dedication towards successfully conducting and partaking in this program. We would like to apologize for any unforeseen circumstances and inconveniences throughout the session. With that, we conclude the presentation session of the Academy International Gifted Enrichment Research and Innovation Seminar Tigers 24. For the next session, we will continue